Bentley, Ferrari, forget them for a minute. Lamborghini just reminded the world why it's naturally aspirated. Well, hybrid-assisted V12 still matters. The Fenomeno, unveiled at Monterey Car Week as a very limited few-off, is a loud, proud evolution of the V12 formula, only 30 units, eye-watering peak output, and the kind of bespoke engineering that buyers who collect hypercars crave. Numbers first, because they're the headline. The Fenomeno punches out about 1,065 horsepower and sprints from 0 to 62 miles per hour in roughly 2.4 seconds, with a top speed north of 210 miles per hour. Those figures place it at the extreme end of Lamborghini's performance pyramid, basically the brand's most potent production car to date. But the story isn't just horsepower for horsepower's sake. Matteo Ortenzi, Lamborghini's V12 product line director, says the Fenomeno was engineered to feel sharper and more immediate than the V12. To that end, Lamborghini specified passive, non-active suspension for a purer, more driver-focused setup, fitted sportier tires, and equipped the car with carbon ceramic floating disc brakes. But the subtle secret sauce is in the electronics. Advanced sensors for lateral, longitudinal and vertical acceleration are tied directly into the control units, giving stability and braking systems faster, anticipatory responses that make the car behave like it's reading the driver's intentions. The result, Ortenzi argues, is a noticeably more dynamic experience when you compare the two back-to-back. Crucially for petrol heads worried about the future of big engines, Lamborghini says the V12's lifespan has been extended well beyond the gloomy 2030 deadline that many assumed would signal its demise. Ortenzi made it clear that hybridization is the lifeline. Blending electrification with the classic V12 lets Lamborghini hit CO and emissions targets without stripping away the engine's signature responsiveness and character. In short, electrified support, not forced extinction, is how the marque plans to keep the 12 cylinders raw alive. That hybrid approach also frees Lamborghini to experiment with what the brand calls few-off logic, taking the V12 core and surgically modifying aerodynamics, materials, and electronics to create something more focused. Expect weight-saving measures, aggressive aero. The Fenomeno shows a big fixed wing and track-minded bodywork, and bespoke software calibrations that turn the hypercar into a sharper, more reactive animal than its donor. These are the kinds of changes that 1%ers actually want when they pay for exclusivity. Finally, the Fenomeno is more than a one-off showpiece, it's a signal. The techniques Lamborghini used here, electronics tied to high-frequency sensors, refined passive chassis tuning, hybrid-assisted V12 compliance, could inform future limited edition models, and maybe even trickle down to performance iterations of mainstream models like the Urus or future Temeraros. If you read the Fenomeno right, it's Lamborghini's statement that combustion-era drama can be preserved, provided you're willing to marry old-school engines to modern hybrid tech.